So I haven't been able to binge as much as I'd like lately, but I just had to make a video for this one. I mean, I've been looking forward to it for a while. The name alone got me interested. Why is she the second prettiest girl in his class? Isn't that subjective? In 2026, you'd think that we're past ranking people like that. The story follows our main character, Maihara, and honestly, he's relatable from the jump. You can tell immediately that he's an introvert. It's the beginning of a new term, and everyone has to introduce themselves. When his name is called, he doesn't even want to talk about himself. He almost didn't raise his hand. He likes gaming and doesn't particularly care for anything else. Well, he likes movies and media, but that all kind of falls into the same category. Sharing all that in front of the class took everything out of him. Right after him though, Amami introduces herself, and yeah, I see why the show is titled that way now. She is the definition of a main character. She's bright, popular, and perfect. It's just undeniable at this point. But then after, we get the second prettiest girl in class, quote unquote, Asanagi. She went to the same middle school as Amami, so they're close, and personality wise, she's the type of character, at least the way she's introduced, the kind of character introduced like side characters in popular romance shows that everyone ends up liking more than the main love interest. She's nonchalant, funny without trying to be, and just has a great vibe. At first, it seems like Maihara is destined to be alone. It's almost depressing. He doesn't seem to mind it on the surface, but the story shows us he's been lonely for a long time. Now he's in a class with two bombshells like Asanagi and Amami. It feels like all the focus will be on them while he fades into obscurity. He even mentions that he wants friends to talk about his interests with, but he just hasn't been able to make that connection with anyone. And I think that's very relatable too. I think when writing stories you have to make characters like that. But since this is a romance and a happy-go-lucky series, we can't just stay depressed. One day Maihara is in class and overhears Asanagi and Amami talking about movies. Asanagi suggests a movie, but Amami is totally put off by it. Asanagi just brushes this off and says she'll go to the movies alone. Fast forward a few hours, Maihara is at the video store, a place that he visits frequently. He reaches for a movie that he wants, and he runs into, you guessed it, Asanagi. Away from the popular kids at school, her true personality comes out. Their conversation just flows. It's funny, it's natural, and it's refreshing. We find out that while she didn't reveal her true interest to the class earlier, she actually wrote down almost exactly what Maihara said word for word. Stuff like he likes cola, he just likes to snack, he likes to game, watch these movies. When you're introducing yourself to class, especially at that age, you probably don't really want to say stuff like that because people are going to find you weird, but I think she liked the fact that he said he liked all of this stuff because she liked it too. And this is leading them both to a new friendship. She has been mustering up the courage to talk to him because she really wanted to hear his thoughts on movies and such. I already feel so happy for this guy. Throughout the rest of the first episode, they exchange contact info and actually start hanging out. The first few times are at his house, which is surprisingly bold, might I add. Their dynamic is awesome though. Watching movies, playing games, eating their favorite foods. They literally like all of the same stuff. They decide to keep their friendship a secret though, because in their school's social hierarchy, she's at the top and he's pretty much a bottom feeder. They just don't want drama or the questions that would come with being seen together. Eventually Asanagi proposes that they actually go out. Not like that. Well, not yet. But she wants to go shopping and hit up some arcades and grab food with him. She wants him to experience life outside his room because she clearly cares for his well-being. Seeing them as genuine friends at first is a really cool touch. I also love the scene with his mom because she was so shocked and happy to find out he finally has a friend. He asked for some money and she offered to give him like way more than he asked for because this is something that is not normal for him. She's really happy for her son, and I love that. It was wholesome. The episode wraps up with Maihara eating lunch on the rooftop, his usual solitary spot where he overhears a confession going on, classic anime trope. He also runs into Amami and one of her friends. The friend has no clue who Maihara is, but I will give Amami credit right here. She recognizes him instantly. Even though she's the prettiest girl in class, she actually cares about everyone. But we find out the girl getting confessed to is Asanagi. That is where the episode ends though, and this is where I'm at. I'm just gonna speak on my thoughts. I love Maihara and Asanagi as friends right now. I'm not even fully shipping them yet because the friendship is really, really good. But I'm also at this part where this guy is confessing to her. I'm like, just back off because I don't want that. I don't want them to date right now, but I also do not want you to mess with this. Let them flourish. Let them develop some chemistry. I don't like this. Why is this happening in the first episode? Leave them alone. But based on episode 1, this series has delivered. It could drop off for sure. just like any show. But right now, it looks amazing. Asanagi's personality is top notch. She flirts jokingly, and he handles it pretty good actually. Sometimes with just, oh yeah, that's just how she is, you know, just simple stuff like that. He gets flustered sometimes because he's a high school guy, but that's anyone. She's a genuine person though, and he finally has the friend that he's been wanting. I think this series is going to be something special. I think it's already planting the seeds to become one of my absolute favorite romance series that I've seen, honestly. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, let me know if you want more romance anime content on the channel. I know it's been a while since I've done a long video like this for it, but I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for 1,000 subs, by the way. The special video for that milestone will be out eventually, I promise. Have a great day. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you.